Hello everyone, I'm Blair Bryant with the Steller Group.
And I'm Lonborg.
Here for our December 2022 year-end market update. Emily, is the market really as bad as everyone's saying?
We're going to find out.
Stay tuned. So here we are, it's December 2022, Christmas time.
Yes, happy holidays.
Happy holidays, everyone. It's been quite a year.
Yeah, I think that the tagline has been whiplash.
Yeah, it's felt like whiplash.
Yeah.
We were kind of discussing this yesterday. How do we describe 2022? Well, it was just absolutely a roller coaster of the market. We started off at the beginning of the year, the first, 4 months of the year, we saw something like 20% market-wide appreciation.
Absolutely, and the lowest inventory ever on record.
Right.
That just was driving the market in a crazy direction.
And I can remember very clearly, it was like the end of April, and we went from having dozens and dozens of showings on each property to what felt like maybe only 5 to 7 showings per property, and maybe only one offer. Now we sit here in December of 2022, we've had some houses that are on the market averaging 90, sometimes 100 days on market.
Yeah.
What's up?
It's a little bit of a more normalized market, but it's such a drastic change
Yeah.
in such a small amount of time. Obviously driven by the increased interest rates, right? And just the high prices in general. Prices have skyrocketed so much over the last couple of years, coupled with the interest rates, that it's really made people, kind of tough.
Yeah, we've talked about affordability a lot. Like if you're a buyer, you've been squeezed for the last 2 years. And I think the question we posed at the beginning of this update is the market really as bad? Well, we're going to take a look at some numbers, Emily. I thought comparing kind of 2-year sets. So let's look at just this year. Let's look at our inventory year over year. Last year, we were sitting on 2,248 homes in the market at the end of last year, and now it's 6,253.
Right, so that seems like an incredible number, like an incredible increase, over 100%
Right.
increase. However,
Yeah, if you look back to 2019, so this would be like kind of before COVID,
Yep.
we were at 6,988 homes in the market. So
Right.
6,988, 6,253, that's basically the same
Yeah.
as it was pre-COVID.
exactly, we're kind of back in the same spot we were in 2019, and I don't think at that point anyone felt like the market was in that place.
No. And then let's look at the average price. This is the real thing that, if you're a seller, if you're a buyer, you're always looking at that average detached price. So we ended the month at $732,000. That's up 4% year over year. Now we were up at like $832,000. Yeah.
So it has pulled back.
It has pulled back. It pulled back almost $100,000, in that detached housing
But as we've
market.
talked about before, that's a correction. There's a difference
Yeah.
between just the market plummeting and the market correcting.
Yeah, and so let's look back at that 2019 stat. It was $537,000 for an average detached home. So between 2019 and 2022, we have jumped almost $200,000 in equity. So the question is, I think the buyers are sitting there going, well, prices are falling. Should I just wait? We say this in every video.
Right. And, obviously we don't have a crystal ball. We don't
Yeah.
know exactly what's going to happen as we head into 2023. However, seasonality alone is
Yeah.
going to drive our market the first half of the year. The first half of the year is where we typically see most of our market appreciation. We see most buyers out in the market. We see most sellers going out to market.
Yeah.
And that will still happen in 2023. It's just going to be a little different than last year.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we're still going to see the market drive forward, and that is going to keep prices stable.
So buyer behavior, seller behavior is always something we're really talking about because it's very sheep-like, right? Like when everyone's in the market, it's gangbusters. People will offer their firstborn child for a house like they were in March, and now you can't get buyers to go out and look at a house when sellers are really desperate
Yeah.
and would love to have any kind of offer, including we'll pay for your closing costs.
Yeah, I think that's what the buyers need to really focus on right now. Is such a great environment for a buyer to be able to negotiate, and especially right now in December, I think heading into January and February, we're going to see the same thing until we kind of hit that spring time where the market will open up. There could be some opportunity in the next 2 to 3 months where, yes, sellers who are on the market, they're serious about selling.
Yeah.
They're not just on the market right now when it's 25 degrees out and it's
Right.
the holiday time for fun. They're on the market because they need to sell for some reason.
Yeah.
In addition, they're willing to do things like pay for closing costs, pay for an interest
Which we
rate
talked
buy
about in our
down.
last video.
We
Yeah.
talked about it in our last video, but if the interest rate, we've been seeing the interest rates hovering under 6%.
Yeah, just this week.
You get a 2-1 buy down, that takes you just under a 4%.
Yeah. I mean, that's an incredible interest rate. I think, I've heard a lot of different people comparing interest rates. What wasn't that, in the 70s and the 80s, it was, well, folks, houses weren't as expensive as they are now. So buyers are going, that's great, but things are like $700,000 and above. So I think what, we're going to see as we get into 2023 is more inventory than we've seen in the last 3 years, but in no way are we seeing like a balanced market where buyers have 6 months of inventory to look at. It's really going to be closer to that 2 month of inventory. I think buyers are going to get more used to seeing a house list, thinking about it, putting in an offer, and then the real thing that people need confidence, Emily, is in values. I mean, what do you think about values?
Exactly. I mean, right now more than ever, it's important to price homes right.
As I'm sitting down with sellers, Emily, I'm really talking about the 3 Ps. The first being pricing. Pricing is really important. Why?
Well, because it's easy to get pricing wrong right now. And comps are all over the board. If you look at comps from 6 months ago, you're going to see pricing that is too high for today. So it's really important to dial into where our price is today, what sold in the last month, and what sold in a reasonable time frame. The statistics show that homes that during the listing period have to lower their price, on average, are on the market twice as long as homes that are priced right from the beginning and don't have to lower their price.
That was something we talked about yesterday. It was fascinating, right? So houses that priced it right the first time, your days on market were half of those that had to decrease their price. So how do you find that price? Well, that's what you're sitting down with a skilled agent who does this as a full-time basis. I mean, the work we do as agents, I think, is going to be becoming way more important now.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's always been important, of course, but this is more important. The other thing is patience. You've got to be a little more patient in the market right now. And then preparation. That third P is really important. As buyers walk into a house that's been on the market for 2 months, for 3 months, and they're looking at maybe 5 or 6 houses in a weekend, you want your house to stand out. That's why staging is so important. That's why marketing is so important. That's why a really active buyer or listing agent, like we have here at the Steller Group, can really be a determining factor when you're trying to make the biggest financial decision of your life in buying or selling a house.
Yeah, it's not just sticking the sign in the front yard and you're going to get 10 offers and an incredible price. It's really thoughtfully pricing it, preparing, as you said, with staging, and being mentally prepared for an negotiation process too.
Well, we've loved you tuning into these videos. Emily, cheers to the end of the 2022 year. Hopefully you're having a wonderful time with your family and friends, and we'll catch you next time, January 2023, for our market update.